Alright, let's get this party started, shall we? Alright, welcome everyone to the Icey Rails Podcast. This is episode 3. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get this road going. Okay, so I've been really busy lately. Been working on a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. Finally had some free time to get this layout to the next level, which is what I've been trying to do for a while now, and that is getting this layout to be JMRI controlled. And so I am excited that I'm actually made some progress with that. As you can see down below, I have a JMRI, which is basically Java Railroad Modular Interface, JMRI, Java Model Railroad Interface. There we go, had it the wrong way. But anyways, so JMRI is now connected to the layout. I've got basically, put the camera over here. This is a DCS52. I cannot recommend this controller enough. If you want to get in DCC and want to start off with it, it's a little bit pricey, but it's an all-in-one. It's a command station, it's a throttle, and it has a PR4 connected, which means that you can connect it to your computer via JMRI, and you can have control of the layout. So right now we're going to be testing that, and so a couple of things we're going to be doing. So as you can see, we've got another engine right there. That is the Broadway Limited Centipede Baldwin Centipedes Union Pacific scheme, obviously fancy color because the Centipedes were only ordered through the PRR if I remember correctly, but we'll be running those along with, as you can see here, and the throttle down below. I got the big boy running as well, 4018. So we're going to have two engines running, one controlled by JMRI, the other obviously by the Android tablet. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then also I'm going to show off one more thing. So if you think we're going to be using this screen today for, or scene today for the stream, let me show you my newest one. I still got some work to do on it, but welcome to kind of the dispatch view a little bit. Got some more cameras up. I'm planning to get a couple more, but I just realized that I didn't have enough cables for the other 3 cameras that I have. So we're going to have a total of 7 cameras once I get everything squared away. So we'll have a little bit more view. You can see the JMRI control right there. And so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So as you can see, we've got a red light there. So we're going to go ahead and turn that green. Let's go ahead and dispatch our 2 engines and be on our way. So we got the green light. Let's go ahead and we'll get number 1600, the Baldwin Centipedes, up and going. Now I do have them on mute because they are loud. So let me just show you, just give you a sample size here. Yeah. They're loud. So I haven't programmed the master volume on those 2. I need to do that because it's ridiculous to say at least how loud they are. And they will drown anything out in this room and it'll echo and forget it. So they're going to stay on mute for a while. And let's get the lights on and we'll get the show on the road with them. So go ahead and dispatch them off. And you'll see them pop up on this camera. And then let's go ahead and dispatch the big boy using JMRI. So as you can see on my throttle here, I'm going to go ahead and unmute the sound for the big boy. Press the light button here. And you can see the big boy on this camera right there. Yeah, hang on. Let me fix that a little bit here. I can see myself peaking just a tad. So let me fix that. Let me see if that works a little bit more for you. Didn't realize I was peaking the mic there for a second. Alright, so we got the Centennial going. What's Centennial? The Centipedes right there. Actually, both of them. And then the big boy will be coming here pretty soon. Just got to make sure that the big boy doesn't catch up to the Centipedes. Because there is an issue with the layout that I've been noticing. So here comes the Centipedes here. Alright, we're going to slow down the big boy a tad. So the issue with this layout, okay, with the Centipedes, yeah, I got to program them because they are way too loud. So the issue with the layout is that it's there's definitely a power drain on this side of the layout. I know it's supposed to be consistent, like 15, 14 amps, something like that. But my DCS52 is basically powering everything, doing all the local net. It's also powering the Digitrack experimental track, and so um, eventually we'll have the proper power distribution, but that'll come a little bit later. So kind of the next thing that I want to do with this layout, I want to get my dispatch board and block detection going, so I'm debating how I want to go about doing that. Because I really want to have my dispatch board, so that way, because I keep looking around to see where my two engines are at, and I kind of just want to see my dispatch board and where they're at. So getting my block detection and getting my dispatch board is kind of something going to be on a higher priority at this point. So that's kind of the plan, and then obviously get these other cameras up and going. I got to order some more cable to get the other 3 cameras online. Okay, I can really tell I need to do a few other things. There we go. Oh, so there's a couple things I want to do for this stream here. We got a couple new subscribers to the channel, so I'm going to do those. Oh, I don't have notifications. Hang on. We will fix that right now. We need the alert box. Let's add the source. Add source. Okay, so it looks like we've got. There we go. So I will go ahead and run through all these new subscribers. It's something I kind of want to do this as a thank you for subbing to the channel. So we got all these awesome new subscribers here. So we'll just run through the list. Sorry to hear about that. Oh, it's going. Like, living the dream right now. I'm basically surrounded by a train layout, so loving every bit of it. Again, we got a lot of subscribers here. And again, if I miss you, I do apologize. It's just what YouTube is showing me as far as the recent subscribers. So no, we've gotten like 100 more new ones, and I'm only seeing a few of them on my list. So and then the last one here. So thank you to all the subscribers again. If I probably have missed you guys, I do apologize. But those are the ones that YouTube shows me for some reason. Or ones are probably verified. So that's probably why. Okay, so I think we got them pretty close to 180. So they're kind of 180 from each other. So don't have to worry about them a little bit. But I'm definitely excited to get these other 3 cameras set up. So basically, this is one of the new cameras over here. So it's basically a Swan security system that I'm able to get captured, use a capture card, and to get all of that. So, Trackside Mike, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Again, continuing to test experiments, the stream, the layout. So right now my streams are definitely small, about 30 minutes in length, just to continue to experiment. Eventually, this screen is brand new for this stream today. It's basically my dispatch display, where we'll have a whole bunch of cameras, JMRI throttle. We'll have the proper dispatch board from JMRI. So that's going to be my next step in the future, and then go from there. But this layout still needs a lot of work to get to dispatch board point. Awesome. Yeah, and I think Heat from Humanity Junction is going to go on with Sidetrack Sunday, I believe. I think that's in 30 minutes or hour and a half. I can't remember if it's 7 Central or 8 Central. I think it's in half an hour, which works perfectly because then I can go straight from there from here. So yeah, for this string we're testing JMRI, and it's working just fine. You can see my little throttle in the bottom right controlling the big boy. Right now I've got the Baldwin Centipede from BLI being controlled from this Samsung Android A7 tablet. And then again, the other big portion that we're controlling is we got the Digitrax DCS52 connected to the computer via JMRI, so that way we can start digitizing our layout. But obviously the next step is I need to grab some more BD4s, or probably the bigger, I think it's called BP88 or something like that from Digitrax, to get a bigger block detection. Because we need to get block detection on this. Each module is going to have their own block detector. And then basically what we're going to be doing is 7 Central, yeah, so it'll be in 30 minutes. Cool. Nice. Get them snow, yeah. So yeah, in about 30 minutes, we'll go ahead and shut down, because again, these streams are relatively short. They're tech demos that I'm doing. Just continuing to expand the concept a little bit. Eventually I'll have a wireless headset mic to deal with that, but for now the mic's coming through the Logitech camera. So, alright, let's see how the spacing. Looks like the big boy's starting to gain, so let's add some more speed to the centipedes. So yeah, my goal is to get 2 short videos out a day. I'm definitely trying to do that. One short will be from the Samurai layout, San Antonio Railroad Association, and then another short will be from this layout. It seems to be working out really well for the channel. We've had a crazy growth. I mean, we just hit 301 subscribers today. Well on our way to meeting the 1K goal by the end of this year. So I'm going to be working hard. Going to try to get you guys daily content, daily trains. And then my goal is to try to do a stream as reasonable 30 minutes a day. Because apparently the YouTube algorithm is liking that. And, you know, it's something I want to try to do. There'll be some days I won't be able to do it, but... And to each stream try to advance either showing a new train, advancing Digitrack, advancing JMRI. So that's kind of the goal. I appreciate Trekside. Let me see if I can highlight the comments here. It's been a while since yeah. I think it's an add-on to Streamlabs I got to add. It's been a while since I've streamed to begin with, so I think it's something I need to do on Streamlabs. And where's my intent? Okay, right there. Sweet. It is, but again, I gotta look at it from a perspective that I need to advance the hobby when it comes to my videos, to my production and so forth. So it's what can I do to better improve my knowledge of just model railroading and going from there. So I'm actually using Streamlabs OBS. I think I actually need to go to OBS with this one, because OBS has all the add-ons to highlight the. Let me see. It's just been a while. It's something I need to look at off stream. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs OBS because it's the software I'm more familiar with. I used to start with OBS, but that was a couple of years ago. And once Streamlabs came up and going, I know there's a lot of controversy behind Streamlabs, but it's the one that works well for me, the one I'm more familiar with. And so I just gotta remember how to do it. I think we could do it in Streamlabs. I just got to do research on it. So I was digging through JMRI. So this version of JMRI is the new experimental 5.3.1, if I remember correctly. And I was hoping that this version would have um, hey BNC System Shortline. How you doing? Welcome. Like I said, these streams are typically 30 minutes. We'll go to around, I don't know, 25 more minutes and go from there. Yeah, you use StreamYard? Yeah, I'm familiar with StreamYard because I do want to do a StreamYard style podcast, but yeah, I remember on the chat you can just click it, and that's why I thought it was here, but yeah, it isn't. I said I think it's a plugin that I need to install in Streamlabs to make it work right. But we'll do that after the show. That's more stuff I gotta do behind the scenes. I don't want to bore you with the details on that. Again, one of my big things about this channel is I don't want to get too technical. If you guys really want to get into technical stuff, highly recommend watching Heath from Humanity Junction. He goes into a lot of the weeds. Same with Tom's Trains and Things. I will skirt the surface of the technical stuff, but my main focus is the trains themselves. Like, I want to run trains. I want to show you guys what we can do and have fun with that. So that's always been the goal of my channel, just to show you guys trains. So, and if you guys learn something along the way, then awesome. So yeah, as I was saying, JMRI does not recognize the SC74. It's been quite a controversial, the SC74. It's been quite controversial on the model railroading side of the house, especially those who control layouts and use Digitrax products. I could see why there's a lot of controversy. JMRI does not recognize it. I don't see the function for an SC74 or even a the 74, DS74, but when I was playing around with JMRI, I've got the DS74 connected to switch number 1. That's the address or the switch address. And so when I go to JMRI to switch 1, it does throw the switch without recognizing it as a 74. So I still got a lot more experimentation to do with JMRI and the SC74 to hopefully set up the signals, but we'll see. Because right now, as you can see, right next to the gingerbread house on the bottom left-hand camera, you can see the green signal head. Right now, I'm just controlling that via my other DS52 switch. You can see I'm switching it back and forth. It's causing it to kind of go crazy, or autofocus. And so, I gotta remember how to do signals on JMRI. It's been at least a year since I've messed with the signals on it. I know it's much more involved than it is with throttles on JMRI. Because you actually got to assign signals as aspects, if I remember correctly. It's been a hot minute. But that's what I would like to do probably for tomorrow or the next stream is probably in this box over here. I'll show you guys like the signal, what if it's green or red in JMRI, and probably down here the switch for back here. Because back here we've got an old school DS64 that's on Phoenix Point, this module right here. It's got a DS64 that I can control my switch now from JMRI because I was able to test it a couple times. Alright, gotta slow down the centipedes here. So, those are some of the things that are up and coming. And then the other thing that I've got that I eventually want to experiment with is this guy right here. This is the PM74. This allows me to break up basically, as far as power is concerned, I can make it into the sub-power districts for the entire layout. Now this is basically Digitrax product to compete against the PSX that's out there. Normally I would use a PSX, but again I've got the series How far can we take Digitrax, and so that's why I bought that to see, how it works and try something new. Because that's the one thing about DCC and model railroading. There are so many different ways of doing things. Um, you got NCE, you've got Digitrax, you've got DCC++, you've got Raspberry Pi that can be the brains of the system. It's just ridiculous. I understand. Plaster is definitely a messy business for sure. Been there, done that, and I'll have to mess with it a little bit more when we work on the Harbor Point module, which is basically you can kind of see the corner of it on this camera to my left. So I think after this stream, I'm gonna work on the signal heads, try to remember how to uh, get it working and how to present it on the Streamlabs. Figure out the Streamlabs chat function, so that's another thing I gotta figure out. And we'll go from there. Okay, slow down the centipede a little too much here. But yeah, I enjoy where this is going. I can't wait. And eventually what I would like to do is eventually have it to where I can basically, if you guys request an engine or a train to be run, I can put it on the track, just like do like an SMT mainline type of stream as well. Eventually, that's the goal. I got plenty of more sightings that I gotta build in order to do that. Hey, Mystic Railroad, how you doing, good sir? Welcome, welcome. Again, we are testing my multi-cam kind of dispatch view right here. We're also experimenting with JMRI. So the big boy 4018 is being controlled by JMRI through a DCS 52 Digitrax controller command station, PR4 on 1. Best way I can describe. And we've got the Union Pacific centipede right there being controlled on the Samsung tablet Lite 3, A Lite 3 or something like that. And that is through the engine driver app on the Android through LNWI from Digitrax. So yeah, we're kind of showcasing a lot of things. Eventually, I'll have the 602 throttle that will control another engine on, so that way you guys can see all the different ways you can skin this cat when it comes to DCC. So right now we've got JMRI and then we got the Android. Okay. Cool. Hi. So this is Mary. This is one of my twin cats. She just loves hanging out with me in the train room. So yeah, I think the next big thing, there's a lot of big things that I'm working on as far as project-wise on this layout. I gotta still work on my sighting. I gotta put some track down. I think I'll work on that tonight. But the biggest problem I've been having is that the standard HO NMRA standard roadbed that Walthers distributes, I can't find them to save my life. I've been checking Iron Planet Hobbies, been checking Factory Direct, Train World, Yankee Dabbler, and all of them seem to be sold out. Thank you. So right now, my sightings are kind of on hold right now. I've got one roadbed down that I can actually start laying track, and that's what I'm going to be doing soon. But I can't find roadbed to save my life. But yeah, it's been a real struggle. And even my local hobby town here in San Antonio didn't have it. I checked in Austin, they didn't have any. And it's like they all say the same things, like they're just sold out on Walther's distribution, which stinks. I don't know when we're gonna get that back to continue the sightings, because it's ugh, it's a pain. And I probably have to buy more Pico. So I swear by Pico Code 83. It is definitely the best track all of my engines have run on. I've got a Unifrog Pico turnout here, and oh, I love it. It's amazing. See, Hobby Lobby doesn't sell real bad. The Hobby Lobbies I've been to around here don't sell it, which is crazy. So I don't know. Maybe I should check Hobby Lobby online. You know, I gotta check eBay too. That's the other place I haven't really looked at. Let's see. Good boy. Oh yeah. So the other thing too is I haven't showed this off on the stream today, but the bottom left-hand camera I've got it actually on a rotating 360 mount. But because of the cord on the camera, I can rotate it. The 44 millimeter. Okay, I'll have to look to see if my Hobby Lobby has it. I don't think so though. I looked. I was looking in the wrong spot. Hmm. Yeah, I'll look into that. So we got the Centipede coming through. And then the big boy coming through. The road bed I used was the one from Iron Plant Hobbies, what they sell. I can't remember the exact brand. And then a lot of the other road bed that's on here came from my old club's layout. They had a lot of the road bed that was donated. And so I grabbed as much as I could and ended up using it all. So I don't remember exactly what brand they are. So yeah, I've got the camera on a 360 mount. I think it's AFI is the name of it, but I just bought it from Amazon. A lot of my stuff I buy cheap on Amazon to make it work. To be honest, I don't remember the thickness on the road bed. Nah. Um, I got a sample somewhere. Let's see. Let's see if I have a sample. I think I do. So it's very similar to this. I don't know the thickness. Let me I don't know if I have a measure. I think my ruler's downstairs. Yeah, I don't know what thickness this is. Hmm. So you said what, 400 millimeters? Yeah. Well, the thing is, when it comes to this layout, a lot of this is hand-me-downs. So track was hand-me-downs. I got some Atlas Code 100 on here. Most of it is Pico 83, but a lot of this rail bed was basically given to me from old layouts that people have extra or just don't want anymore. So I tend to go through a lot of secondhand stuff. It saves me a ton of money. And I've been fortunate enough to be in clubs where, a member would unfortunately pass away and the entire estate has been donated, and usually the club would get some. And so I just grabbed whatever I could. So the fact that my trains aren't derailing right now is a miracle, to say the least, because there's a lot of secondhand, hand-me-down type of stuff. So I do have a millimeter measurer here. Well, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's 4 millimeters as well. This, at least for this one. So yeah, 4 millimeters. And so this cork bed came off of Harbor Point. So Harbor Point actually had a switch that would go to the left, but I took all that out because it wasn't going to work for what this layout needed to be. And so that's where I have this one, but it's just so warped and so used. I didn't want to use it for my mainline track. I want brand new road beds at that point, so. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So I think we're gonna start winding things down a little bit. Let me take a look at something real quick here. Oh yeah, so let me say one thing. So thank you guys so much for all of you who have subscribed. We just broke 300 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Again, we're here to just have fun. The whole reason why the channel is named The Mythical Railroad is because I'm taking model railroading to different levels. Whether from just running trains to making crazy, insane modulars. I have a gingerbread house on that modular right there. So I am anything from prototype. So art mines. Okay, I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, but then that means you would have to shape it and get the drain off correctly on the angles as well. To be honest, I just don't have the patience. I'm that type of model railroader that I just tend to buy buildings. I tend to buy everything that's already pre-built, pre-cutouts. That's just kind of my style. And I definitely buy buildings that are not to scale of the railroad. But yeah, I'm anything but prototype. And I will mix trains together like no one's business. Like I'll put a big boy with the Missouri Pacific Colorado Eagle. I've put the Challenger with the California Zephyr train. Yeah, I mix and match. I'm a fantasy model railroader for sure. Hence the name Mythical, part of Mythical Railroad. Yep, definitely tedious. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah. And that was the thing. It was like it was taking this concept to the next step. I know I wanted to stream for a while. It's just it took a while for all of my brain cells to click on how to do it. And so finally the gears are starting to turn on how to really do this. It just took forever. And now I just need to take it to the next level of I've always wanted a layout that I can control from my computer. And JMRI, that is the big goal for this entire module. I want to see where my trains are at. I want to label which trains are at in JMRI with detectors and all that from Digitrax. I want to show you guys how we control trains straight from dispatcher board. That is my ultimate goal. But there's a lot involved to get there. I'm definitely excited. And then the next thing is to really try to come up with some really theoretical concepts for modular construction. Like I've already started a whole bunch of things from 12-inch wide modular construction. I know it's not NMRA or Fremo styles to say the least. It is more of a hybrid to basically have an indoor modular layout. And then the next cool thing I want to try to do is modular scenery. And you guys have already seen it. So basically, on the test module, which has the gingerbread house with the tree and the signal light, right next to it is a snowman. That snowman has a magnet underneath it that you can literally lift up and interchange the scenery. So that is the next thing to really showcase. And what I want to do on top of that is have modular scenery. So you have basically the one module with the track, and then on each side is a module just for scenery. So you can change it in and out. So there's a whole bunch of theoretical concepts that I want to test when it comes to this. And then obviously we're going to get into N-scale T-track system. I'm excited for that one too. I love T-track. I love everything about it. Yep, time is a currency that we don't get back. Oh, Thomas F., thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you. Again, I am learning through it as well, and the BX PSS, that is, if I remember, that's the bigger power distribution. I've got the smaller one, if I remember correct. Or is that the signals? Is that, I can't remember. So yeah, I got the PM74, which is their newest model. Again, there are some things that I just can't teach. There's things about Digitrax that it gets so complicated. Like, the best thing that I can recommend is Digitrax has tried to do programming, especially when it comes to signal logic, on their 604 controllers, that it's so confusing. And that's why I tell people, if you want to do signal logic, go JMRI. Go JMRI. You're going to just save yourself a lot of time and hassle. Get yourself a DCS52 or a PR4 from Digitrax, because I'm heavily biased towards Digitrax, and learn JMRI. It's much better. Split Rock, hello good sir. Congratulations on your article as well. I'm trying to find it here at Barnes & Nobles because I want to grab it and look at it. Okay, block detection. That's right, thank you. So I've got the, I'll show you over here. So from my Digitrax series, yep, I have the BD4, and if I remember correctly, yeah. So this is basically the child of block detection. And yeah, you've got basically the granddaddy, the BX P88s. So I'm actually probably going to be buying that one because I need a crap ton of blocks for this layout. So also, plenty of YouTubers in our channel. You got Mystic Railroad, you got Split Rock. Thomas, I don't know if you do content on there, but feel free to let everyone know if you do content. The community here on YouTube is awesome, so feel free to follow any of these gents when it comes to model railroading. Again, my focus on my channel is going to be purely Digitrax and modular layout, so and eventually N-scale T-track. Yep, they are the Baldwin UP Paragon 4 centipedes. Fantasy scheme. When Broadway Limited announced that they were going to do a fantasy scheme of UP, I couldn't pre-order fast enough. So if you guys also don't know, I focus heavily on HO scale. It's what I grew up with, and I also grew up around Union Pacific. So I basically collect anything from the UP family tree. So Union Pacific, Missouri Pacific, Southern Pacific, Chicago Northwestern, the MKD. I'm trying to think of all the other ones. Yeah, so anything from Texas Pacific. So anything from the Union Pacific family tree, I buy and collect. So, let me see here, because I don't want to intrude. Let's see. Let me go to YouTube real quick. But so yeah, so it looks like Humanity Junction is about to get started with Sidetrack Sunday. I really don't want to intrude on that. So with that, I think I'll have you guys go over to Heath's channel. Looks like he's gonna start in about a minute here. Come here, you. So yeah, let me go ahead and send a link and send you guys over there. So there's a link. You guys can head over there. And so yeah, if you guys are interested in Digitrax, HO, Union Pacific stuff, and just all around random content that comes to model railroading, feel free to subscribe to his channel, give it a like. I appreciate it, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Split Rock, of course. So with that, guys, wing hugs, and I'll see you guys over at Heath's channel.